You to the tube, what is up? Hope you're feeling great today. Got my cat with me today. Got my back watching over me. Don't any sudden movements, okay? It's alright. Just sit back and relax. Today we're gonna talk about how training changed my entire life. How training as a base to do whatever you want to do in life, take decisions that is going to benefit you, have the strength and the confidence to take bold choices, follow your inner voice to go and chase your dreams, okay? I'm going to tell you in this video some stories from when I was younger. I was the most scared human being you would ever meet, and going from there to today, when I'm a grown man, sitting here talking on camera, feeling confident, feeling calm, feeling great. My mind is present here in the moment with you. I'm not in the past, I'm not in the future. And if you ask me if that was possible when I was young, I would say, nah, not one chance I can do that. And if I didn't, the universe showed me the way to train, to build my confidence, I will never sit here and talk with you today. Okay? So I'm going to tell you my story a little bit, and I'm going to tell how I got into this training thing and what you can do and how you can look at it and how you can transform from whatever stage you're at to whatever stage you want to go. You know, there's sometimes, you know, we have dreams, we have visions, things we want to do in life, things we want to chase. We have some kind of a clue inside. And when we are younger, it seems so far away. Sometimes it seems like just a dream that's only going to be a dream. But if it's in there, it's in there for a reason. And it's in there because it's possible to reach. Think big. Go big. If that's what you're feeling, chase that. So I'm going to tell you how you can do that. Okay? Because when I was young, I don't know why. Well, I have an idea now, but I was so scared. You know, when I was at home with my family, that's where I could relax. But like when I went out, I didn't want to speak to grown-ups, nobody. When I went to kindergarten, I was like, I was not speaking to anybody. I started, when I started to go to school, first day of school, I was hiding behind my mom's legs, peeking out, scared of all the things happening. And but I got some friends, that was good. But when I was speaking with my friends and their parents were there, I was speaking so low because I didn't want the grown-ups to hear what I was saying. And I don't know why, but I was just, yeah, not comfortable at all. No self-esteem. And I don't know where it come from, but it is just I've been figured out. It's just a learning process for me to become the man I am today. So when I meet people in the same situation, I understand how it feels. So now I can help, or at least maybe share my feelings and my experiences with somebody that's in the same boat that I was. And maybe I can be the light that shows them that, okay, if this guy could, could go from that to what I'm seeing today, maybe it's hope for me too. So that is my hope with this. Spread the love. You know, I went to, when I started, I remember like 6th grade or something, I always picked the chair and the table in the back, all the way in the back. I didn't want to be in the front. I didn't want to have anyone behind me. I wanted to see, have control. And I remember just, if the teacher just said that we should read from a book, and she's like, okay, Jonas, you read now. You know, and when he was finished, you never knew who was going to read, and I was like, please don't be me, please don't be me. Ricky, okay. You know, it was that bad. I remember sometimes we had this, we're going to make this assignment, right? They said like, yeah, we're going to prepare for 2 weeks, then you're going to go in front of the class and talk about it. And when they started, and when I heard that, I remember just this big thing inside my tummy, just, I was like, oh no. And I started to feel bad, feel nauseous, just thinking about standing in front of the class. And every time I woke up and I remember, oh shit, I gotta stay in front of the class, I just felt bad. Worse and worse every day through the day that we was gonna go in front and do this thing. And it was so nerve-wracking going to school that day, you know, sitting down. We was like 28 people in class, and you know, it's like, yeah, Johanna, you go up and do the thing. And she went up and she's like, I'm sitting there, okay, it wasn't me. And when she was finished, you never know who was next. So I was sweating bricks, feeling nauseous, feeling so bad. And after some time, you know, Ricky, you was up. I was like, oh shit. And I didn't have the confidence to not do it either. So I just went up there, I remember, and just looking at the people. Then I felt like this, you know, when you get all red in the face. And then I knew that they looked at me and see that I was really uncomfortable, and that made me even more uncomfortable. It was just a horror show. No, that's how I was growing up. It was not feeling good. So when I got a little bit older, you know, changed schools, taking the license, you know, go to work, meet new people, everything was just it's normal things, but it felt really bad. No self-esteem at all. And it's funny how the universe is giving you opportunities for you to grow, be stronger mentally, and stronger on areas you need to be stronger. It feels like they always give you opportunity to find or do the thing you need to do to get stronger. So in my case, I remember many of my friends that went training at the gym. Now I'm like 18 years old. right? And I remember we was like friends, like 10, 15 friends, always like hanging together. So I was always comfortable hanging with them, you know. But when I had to go for myself, especially like talk to a girl, I just freeze up. Didn't know what to say, all in my head. So, and they told me like, yeah, come with us, go train at the gym. And I was like, why? I don't need to go to the gym. And the reason I was thinking was because I'm not gonna fight anybody. You know, when you're young, the kids always fighting, kicking each other's ass. You know, I would just stay away from all that. So I was thinking, why do I need to train? I'm not gonna fight anybody. Small minded, right? Didn't know that it was something to do with me growing. But then, like 5, 6 of my closest friends, they went up there to train. And well, with all your friends are doing it, what should you do? So I just went, okay, I can come for a couple of days. I went with them, I trained, and we were training oh, yeah, weights at the gym there. And I'm just following the thing that they were doing. So we just was there for 1 hour, 2 hours. I had a good time. I got really sore, and they just did it, and they started to do it like every day almost. And I just went with them for two weeks, and suddenly after those 2 weeks, I was just going on the weight and see that my body has gained 5 kilos. And when I looked myself in the mirror, something had happened. I had changed a little bit, and that gave me. I'm like, what? And that gave me the spark to just continue. So I just did it, and then suddenly I was obsessed with training. I was like, yeah, I was waking up, yeah, I go to training today. And when I was at work, oh, can't wait to go to training after work. It was crazy, the mindset and the how I was drawn to training. And when you do that after year, you know, your body is transforming. And then I started to feel stronger. I had suddenly more confidence. I was mentally more stronger. When I was walking out in public, I wasn't like afraid anymore. Like speaking to people, meeting new people that I didn't want to do before, suddenly was no problem. I was, this feels good. So I just kept on training, and that really helped me when it comes to taking choices for myself. If I had one work and I feel like, I need to change my work, now I have the confidence to go to another place, just walk up there, ask the boss, hey, I need some work. I'm, I can do this, I can do that, you know. I, I was feeling it inside, but I also had the strength to just do it. And before I trained, I wouldn't go up there, I was just, you know, go with some friends to some other place and can I work here with him? I don't know, but it really helped me a lot. So when you are like going to chase your dreams, or you have this feeling inside that is something you want to do, you need this confidence to take like the small victories in life. And when you stack victory on victory, you just start to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And suddenly you dare to do things that you were scared to do. Because now you're like, okay, I'm scared to do it, but I'm gonna do it. You know, back in the day when I was scared to do it, I was hiding. I was I was avoiding the situation that I was scared of. And it's no growth in that. It just makes you smaller and smaller and smaller. But when you do things that you're scared of, you just get stronger, more confident. And when you do things that you're scared of, suddenly the same thing you are not scared of anymore. It just feels normal. So that's the biggest change in my life when it comes to training. So, that being said, when I talk about training, you don't need to like think about you need to be in the gym lifting weights. Because what we really need and the body need is to have some movements and like be tired. You know, training is it's like hard work. It's pain, but you gain. There's a lot of ways. There's a thousand ways to have some training for your body. You don't need to be on the gym. That was just where the universe was pushing me, and that became my thing. Now I cannot live without it. If I don't do it now, I don't feel good. Now I see myself in the mirror, I'm smiling, I'm high-fiving myself in the mirror, and I start a day. Because I feel good from inside. Smile to my face. I say to myself, I like you. And all that comes from me taking care of me. I remember I stopped training for like half a year. I just thought that this was going to stay here, and I got just thinner and thinner. And when I looked myself in the mirror, I looked like a shadow of myself. And that was not a good start on the day. So I was, I'm getting back to training. So you're doing yourself a big favor by doing something for yourself. And you get disciplined. You will get that also in other areas of your life. And also when you train, the way you eat start also to change. Because when you finish training, you don't want to stuff your face with candy and pizza, you know? There's a change that, okay, I've been training, I need some nutritionist food. So training may make you also eat more healthy and have a more healthier mindset and take better choices for yourself. So that's one of the biggest thing about training. And when you train, you eat, you feel good, and you just started to come in a momentum. And the universe sending you new situations, new challenges, and you just, I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm afraid, but I'm doing it. You know, and that's what I want for you, for you, because I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to be you and dare to follow your dreams. Dare to talk to that girl or boy that you will love to talk to. Chase the job, you dream job. Whatever it is. Travel the world. You know? Now sometimes I travel the world by myself. That takes some courage. You know, not dependent on anybody else but yourself. That's a really good feeling. And I really want that for you. If you're young, you know, just build brick by brick. If you do something constantly, you just go up slowly. Don't start training something and expect to change in 1 week. Nah, you give it time. And you feel better and better and better. I promise you that. So when it comes time to what you can do, if you like lifting weight, check it out. If you like to play football, if you like to play tennis, if you like to walk in the mountains, if you like to go in nature, walk for an hour, if you like to go to the gym, play squash, in the winter, if you go skiing, skate, there is so much activities that is funny to do, but it should be something you can do kind of easily though. So you can do like at least you should train 3 to 4 times a week. I train 5-6 days a week, then I take some days off sometimes I take a week off, but the consistency is very important for you. It shows in everywhere, in other areas in your life. So try to find, if you don't like to go to the gym, try to find something that you like to do, that make you break a sweat, that make you stronger somehow. If you do something you like to do and the training you get is like a bonus, why not? But just find something. You will benefit so much and you will feel better. And when you start to do one thing and you feel you have good energy, you're stronger, you can try new things. Because if you don't take any action on doing, you can go dancing, gymnastics. There's so much things to just express the soul. It's very important for a good life. If you just stay home or you just chill, you never move, that's the worst thing for your body. If you just go home and start gaming, you're sitting on the computer, especially if you have a work when you're on the computer or in the phone or something, when you don't move, and you come home and you don't move at all, you're gonna get all kinds of diseases. You feel bad inside. You look yourself in the mirror and you don't feel good. And I don't want that for any of us, because I know how it is to feel in the lowest, but I also know how it feels to get much higher. And of course, I'm not up here all the time. Sometimes I go down, back again, but I never give up. I always come back to some type of movement. So, that being said, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, and I hope that you are trying to take care of yourself. Start the morning with a glass of water, and I also want to say that if you are training like hard muscle building, I'm 42 years old now, and I've tried a lot of things, and I see that there's one thing that is very important to have in your training as well. When you're training hard, when you're training to be strong, I'm going to make another video, and I will advise you to do. First of all, I'm really proud of you if you are at the gym and taking care of yourself, but I will advise you to add some kind of a stretching for your body. I have realized that that is very important. Very important. Because you train yourself so stiff, and I can talk about that for a long time, so I'm gonna make this next video about stretching. It's not about just about if you train hard, but even just when you're getting older, you want to be flexible. You don't want to just step on a little bit of sand or some ice and you go straight to the ground and you break something. You want to have some flexibility. So I'm gonna do that in my next video. Check it out. I'm gonna tell you how I came into stretching. How that also changed my life in a good way, combined with the training I do. Perfect. So I advise you to check it out. And yeah, I wish you a good day. I want to see you succeed, and like I said, and I love you. This life right here can be pretty rough, but when we are stronger, we can take any challenge and very much easier. I believe in you. Alright, I'll see you in the next. Take it easy, okay?